All right, question and answer Friday video number 2. This is the second question and answer video. And we are going to answer a couple of questions. So, first question here. I know I have to live and feel now like I would in the future, but what to do when living with parents who are not open minded, sometimes very negative, and making me lose my positivity and making me sad? Well, what you need to remember, it's that very famous phrase, right? We are everyone pushed out. And that includes our parents. Okay? Our parents is also us pushed out. So if your parents are putting some type of resistance between you and your desire, well, you are creating that resistance for you through your parents. So what I would do if I had parents or anyone that is very negative in my life and that is preventing me from getting into the state of my wish fulfilled, I would recreate those people or that person in my mind. Because you've got to get into the habit of, first of all, when you get into the manifesting world, you must forget pretty much everything you've learned before, okay? Because it was pretty much BS to start with. So you must forget about everything supposedly cold, logical that you've learned about before. That's the first thing you need to do. Secondly, one of those things that you must learn, because you've never learned that for sure, we've never learned that when we were born, it's to know that what counts, what matters, and what's real is what we imagine. Because whatever we are seeing in the world out there is already being imagined, either with collective awareness or individual awareness. But it's been created already, it's been imagined before. Therefore, that's what we are experiencing now. So when you go in your imagination, you must embody that new belief that what's real is in your imagination. And whatever you are imagining today will reflect in the world later on. So what I would do, I would recreate my own parents' behavior inside me. I would visualize my parents being loving, being open minded, being understanding, and leaving me alone. Okay? So visualize your parents the way you want them to be. And remember that it's always your subconscious mind out. That's how the world works. It's not the other way around. So if you want to change your parents, it's not by resisting their own resistance, that's for sure. It's by quieting your mind, closing your eyes, and recreating your parents' behavior from the inside, and it will eventually reflect on the outside. So try this out and let me know how it works. All right, second question. Why is there so much delay in my manifestation? Well, the thing is, if you see a big delay in your manifestation, it's because you are manifesting such delay to start with. Every time you notice something unwanted, you need to affirm the opposite. Intend the opposite. When you notice the delay in your manifestation, what happens? Well, you are manifesting more of delay because that's how the universe works. The universe doesn't care about what's good or bad. There's no such thing as good or bad, right or wrong. It's going to give you more of what you believe to be. So when you are focusing on the delay, of your manifestation, you first notice there is a delay, and then you notice more of a delay, and then you notice more of a delay, and then you write down the question, why is there so much delay in my manifestation? What do you think happens? Well, the universe is giving you what you asked for, right? So it's manifesting more delay. So let it be the last time you're asking, why is there so much delay, either for yourself or writing it down in any Facebook group. And rephrase that. There is no delay in your manifestation. Write down, affirm the opposite of what you do not want. Affirm and intend, my manifestations are instant. My manifestations are coming so fast I can't even believe it. And write that down instead of asking the question, why is there so much delay in my manifestation? Write positive opposite affirmations, repeat them 100 times a day if you have to, and believe that instead of believing what does not serve you. Always, guys, always affirm and believe what you want versus affirming and believing what you do not want. Because again, I'm going to say it one more time. The universe doesn't care about what you want, okay? It's going to give you what you ask for. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. So every time you have a negative belief and asking the question about it, well, you'll know from now on what you need to do is to rephrase that thing, affirm what you want versus affirming what you do not want. Repeat it as much as you need to until it sinks in your subconscious mind. I hope this answer was helpful. Question number 3 is about someone who was revising a negative event between them and a close friend of theirs. And what happened is that when this person did the revising, she's saying she had an overwhelming feeling all over. Why would that happen? Well, most likely because that's what I'm always telling people asking me about revision. The tricky part about revision is that your brain already knows that you are going to revise a negative event. So it's going directly to the negative outcome of the event. So that's the tricky part about revision. You need to remind yourself when you do a revision right off the bat that you do not want to go back to the negative event, that you want to go directly into the positive outcome that you want, and that's why you are doing the revision to start with. So if you had a negative feeling and even an overwhelming anxious feeling, as you mentioned, it's probably because that's what happened. Your brain went directly to the negative event before you even got the chance to revise. So when that happens, you need to revise and revise and revise over and over until you believe more in your revision than in the original event. And don't be scared when that happens, when the negative feeling happens. It's just because right now you haven't done it enough times so you can believe your revision more than the original event. So that's pretty much what happened here. You just believe still in the old event more than in your revision. All you have to do is keep on revising until you don't feel that negative feeling anymore. And that will be your clue that your revision is actually working. It's done. So that's all for today with the questions and answers. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, because I know some of you have asked me to do some questions and answers live, but that will happen only when I have a decent amount of subscribers. So in order to help me do that, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share the video, share my channel, so you'll get your questions and answers live sooner. Take care now. Bye bye.